Hi there! How do you succeed both in business and in life? It's a pretty common problem with us entrepreneurs that we get so business focused that we mentally invest everything into our businesses while blocking everything else, right? And that usually means that neglecting our families, our personal lives, and believe me, I know, I got so focused in my business that I ended up getting divorced. But it doesn't have to be that way. In this video, I tell you how you can prevent the same thing from happening to you too. If you like to learn about building an online business and selling on Amazon and doing it professionally, then hit the subscribe button and like this video. So today I want to speak about basically one of my favorite topics is the personal plan. And it's about I like this quote says that success is not an accident, actually it's a choice, you know, there's nothing to do with accident. It's just climbing yourself to your success. And your mindset is basically the thing that always holds you back. Mostly it's about fear and fear to fail, right? And taking actions and consistency is something that actually can make you succeed, right? And so it's a conscious daily disciplined thought and disciplined action. But how can you have that if you don't have a direction, right? And so I think direction is so much more important than actually speed, because, you know, there's a good saying, many going nowhere fast, right? And it's not about speed, it's actually about really, it's a nice direction and just going towards it all the time. And so just quickly, little success formula I built here from different sources and books and things I've been thinking about myself. So you kind of need to have maybe some sort of why, maybe pain, desire, or belief and hunger, something, or, you know, responsibility. These are all basically your attitude, right? And so if you build your dream based on what you want to achieve, maybe you have some pain you want to eliminate, maybe you want to achieve something, you want to buy a house to your mother, your family, and if you take responsibility, ownership, and you really choose to build your dream, then this dream becomes your fuel, which keeps you going, right? I mean, life will smack you down whatever you do. You know, you will be just falling down again and again. And if you don't have that dream, if you don't have this imaginary better future in front of your eyes, then you just don't have consistency. Because normal person just doesn't just stand up and just keep going, because it's, you know, life will smack you down again, right? And so I think that from the dream, you start building these next 90-day goals, which basically means you can turn your dreams into strategic plans. And from there, you can do your weekly goals. And from weekly goals, you just execute them daily, right? Daily habits. You know, there's a saying that people, they don't define their future, they define their habits, and their habits make their future. And like I said, but how can you take daily action if you don't have a dream towards which you take that action, right? And so you kind of constantly also need to do the retrospective, review your results and how are you doing, and kind of reinforce your dream, where are you going all the time, right? And so consistency is success, but how can you have a consistency if you don't have these? First of all, you don't have a mindset, and secondly, you don't have a dream. So I really recommend to do this exercise, what I'm going to speak now, as you personally, for everyone. And if you have a spouse, like husband or wife, let them do that same thing, and then you can synchronize, and maybe you can work as a team towards your own dream. It really is powerful stuff if you do it, and also actually reinforces the whole family and people you are surround yourself of. So I'm gonna just, it's about three different areas: routines, relationships, lives, and wealth, and three different objectives: ideal, 90-day goals, next actions, and also stop doing. I'm gonna share you the document now where basically I'm gonna show you how I have done it. This is not my personal, but basically you can use this template to just download to your own computer and just do it like once per quarter and once per month. You just visit it and think about this, and this basically should be able to keep you going, keep you going, being you consistent. And the whole point actually is really simple. If you don't do anything, you will be basically on the same place after a year or two where you are right now, right? Earning the same amount of money, struggling with the same struggles like a year ago. And, change requires disciplined action, and disciplined action requires some sort of pain or dream or desire, what fuels that, right? And so you need to keep yourself motivated and hungry, Otherwise, if you don't stretch yourself from the comfort zone and improve yourself and believes that you can achieve these things, nothing will happen, right? And first, I heard of this from the Scaling Up by Vern Harnish. It's called OPPP there. But me personally, I just made it simpler and easier to use. So to keep your personal life, basically, you want to keep your personal life, health, relationship in shape while you are also stretching your wealth and business goals. It's really common thing where people are going to focus now really strongly on wealth and business, and then next thing you know, their whole family is suffering. I've been there doing that myself too. I'm actually divorced, probably part of that as well. And of course, there's not much escape from it. That's a good point, actually. I want to make it bold. I mean, you don't escape from this plan because you can avoid it, but eventually you end up thinking about things anyway, since you will notice how your routines, relationships, or money-related decisions really are part of your day-to-day life, and there's no escape from these. Now, it's up to you. You either take control or let other people and life throw you around. So, can everybody see my table here?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So just you don't want to do that on this table. You will do it down here as my plan, which I want to walk you through later. But let's just do a quick example here. So, for example, if your routines will make you a better person, then let's say ideal person, you in the future, the best person that you can have. Maybe wants to meditate daily, maybe wants to learn weekly, maybe wants to work out regularly in the gym, right? So what can you do next 90 days? And you can take some certain actions, right? Maybe you make a goal, you made 30 meditations, or maybe you can make a goal that you completed my first course, right? You don't need to take too many things like all the time. Just take one from each category, for example, right? But I just added here 3 as an example. Next actions. Maybe you downloaded a meditation app because you wanted to do 30 meditations and you want to start meditating daily, right? Next actions this week. Maybe you find a training course, what you want to watch because you want to complete one training course in 90 days. And maybe you found a gym next to the place where you live, or ability to train somehow in this week, because your goal is to visit gym for at least 30 times and start working out regularly. Anyway, one of the most important things actually is to stop doing things like maybe you like beer or whatever, eat junk food or sleep late. Sometimes they say that stop doing things are actually more important than start doing things. Because stop doing things are things that occupy our time, and they are non-productive. So sometimes just taking one thing you want to stop this quarter is already big win. You can do the same thing with the relationships, right? You know, my wife is happy having me. She tells me I love you every week. You know, I'm taking her to dinner 2 times per month. Find dancing, maybe next action is like I find dancing class that she likes to sign up, right? And you know, maybe stop crying that she is busy all the time, right? So I mean, I'm not going to go into every single detail here, but basically this is how it works. I hope you guys get the point, right? You know, the thing is that most of the people are, when they start working on business, then they focus only on this area here, right? My life, my wealth, my direction, right? And these are the things that often fell apart. And that's why this plan is important, because first of all, you want to have these on the same time when you have my wealth and life direction, right? You want to do, you don't want to forget those routines and relationships while you're stretching for business goals. And secondly, so really often when we start going crazy on our life, wealth, or direction, or business, and earn more money, these things fall apart, and actually they will also harm your wealth and, you know, balancing life and direction in life as well. So that's why it's really powerful thing to do. And secondly, I noticed when you have a spouse, if you really do it with the other person, means that the other person does it and you do it as well, who you live with, then it works as a glue in the relationship, means that you become like a partner with the other person. Now, what I added here is a core values. One of the things really stick to me when we started working with Tony is the core values we built. The core values are things that, these are guiding principles when it comes to the decision making. And core values basically give space. I mean, if you have a core value respect, right, then you know, it gives space if there's some problematic issue with your partner, because you always treat this person with respectfully, right? So whatever core values you have, you can write them down. Maybe it's like respect, honesty, integrity, right? And so look what your spouse or other person who you're dealing business with also has, and then synchronize together and build your core values if you have any partners in your journey. And like I said, start my life wealth. Usually this is something most interesting for the most. This is, you know, ideal life and wealth you want to have. Your next 90-day goals, like ideal life and wealth. Remember, this is like a living, breathing, like an organism, right? It basically means that you should always visit this at least maybe once per month, or at least once per quarter, and just to write it here and improve this. What is your ideal life and wealth, right? How does it look like, right? Where do you live? How much you want to earn? How do you want to work, right? And then maybe for the next 90 days, you're going to take one goal, right? One goal you take for the next 90 days, right? And then maybe you took one thing that you want to stop doing for the next 90 days, right? And you don't need to take more because you have these relationships and close people, friends here, right? So what are your ideal relationships? Like what type of people you want to you hang around with? Like what type of people you want to have as a close people and friends in your life, right? And just write them down here. Like I want to be with business-minded people, right? I want to, for example, Eckhart Tolle is one of my teachers. I want to surround myself with people who also like Eckhart Tolle, for example. And then you can think about like, what's my next 90-day goals? Oh, I'm going to visit this business seminar or attend this workshop, or, you know, something like this. If you have some, you write them down here, and that's what you're going to put in your weekly planning. And of course, maybe something stop doing. Again, maybe you're doing something and hanging around with some people or friends you should stop hanging around with. You can just put them here and just slowly do that, right? And again, habits, things to do like you like to do. They say, like I said, people they don't choose their future. They choose their habits, and their habits form their future. Again, like what are these ideal routines you want to have? I mean, imagine if you study every morning 30 minutes after you wake up. First thing you do is just you either listen to a book or watch some training. 30 minutes everyone has in the morning. You could wake up 30 minutes earlier, and this will literally add 3 hours something in a week, and in 50 weeks it's already like hundreds of hours, right? And so again, like what are these ideal routines you want to have? List them down, and maybe you're going to choose one goal for 90 days, and then you think maybe you're going to choose also one goal you want to stop doing. So maybe you have a bad habit on something, right? Maybe sleeping late. And then basically you're going to do the summary for next quarter direction for yourself in all these areas: my wealth, my relationships, my habits. And that's pretty much it, and like I said, it's extremely it works as in a relationships, it works as like a glue. It makes the people to stick together. Maybe your spouse wants to go a completely different way than you do. Maybe you have different core values than they have. So the faster or the earliest to synchronize, the better it is, especially when you have kids. So, but anyway, that's about it. So I really recommend you guys doing that. And remember, it's not about. There was actually one good. From the book. What got you here won't get you there. The guy was interviewing around 500 people on the deathbed, and one thing I remember from there was that people were not actually sad that they didn't achieve their dreams. People were sad that they never even tried. They never even tried. They were thinking about that stuff, never even tried. Why? Because they never wrote that. They never did that plan here, right? But they're still thinking about it. But on the same time, they let life to throw them around. And you don't want to do that, do you? So, yeah, guys, that's it. So quick recap from the module 1, my plan, training, and super simple to do. Good thing to do. Makes you kind of like, gives you this power for consistency, and also synchronizes you with your partners. So
yeah, and it definitely helps you to get helps you to prevent a situation where you will be like 100% focused only on your business. I mean, which is pretty common with entrepreneurs, that okay, you focus on your business and you neglect everything else. But I mean, that's not really a healthy way to handle your life, because it means that you're going to neglect your family, your relationship, and whatever things you have going on with your life. So this is a tool how you can help balance your life more, and how to also assess that, okay, what are the things that are important to you and what are the things that are important to your partner, and so on.
Yes. Selling on Amazon and building a business can be challenging, but no, it doesn't have to be a struggle, because the thing is, if you surround yourself with people who have done it before you, then you will learn and your success will be so much faster. If you like, I can actually help you on this journey. Just hit the link below this video and talk you soon. Ciao.